just
starting with an idea.
Yeah.
So my idea is
into the biometric stuff. Yeah.
My idea is to control our data.
Right.
Right. But is that we know that's not enough? Like you got to actually you control it and then analyze it and be able to now produce for ourselves.
Right. So the problem is
how is autonomy to be able to be.
We're producing the data and the content, but we don't own the platforms and the way it's being distributed. We got to go back and own that infrastructure. I mean, again, because we don't have good digital data privacy rights to say you really control and own that data, that's the problem, right? So the big tech companies is exploiting that. They're exploiting people. And again, they have the money to exert that influence, you know, to politicians to keep it that way, where everything is works favorable for them, right? So they can keep centralized control. So, I mean, that's one problem. So now you talk about Web 3.0. Again, the blockchain. The blockchain is a way that will decentralize that ownership of data and put the ownership back into individuals' hands, right? And the tech companies are still looking at ways to get out early on that too, right? So they can control some of the blockchain and that distribution. But that's where, you know, if you build your own blockchain, and then, you know, you'll be able to manage and control your own data at that point. So I mean, that's one solution.
So what does that mean for? Let's start just with the 5%.
Yeah.
What does that?
5% needs to develop a blockchain, or we need to start joining some of these blockchain projects. You know, two of them is like Cardano or Polkadot. Not the name of them, but we need to look at the projects out there that's working on solutions to decentralize distribution and ownership of data using the blockchain. So, you know, there's a lot of blockchain.
But you're talking about, now you're even going even further. You're talking about the 5% of the 5%, because that's even thinking on that level to do that.
True indeed. Again, that's what I'm saying. We need data engineers, data scientists. That's what we need to start gearing our young to start looking at that, right? And start planning 5 and 10 years from now. So plant that season of 13 or 14-year-olds. So
I put that question
10 years ago, they'll be coming up and they'll be already on it.
I put that question out. Who amongst us are data engineers and data scientists?
That's a good question. We need to do a data call to the nation.
Yeah.
The same thing like Dumar used to go around and build that registry. What kind of skills and talents we got?
Who's who?
Yeah, who's who? Yeah, that works in that kind of field and knows that. So I mean, that's one thing. Again, like I said, that we talked about it. We went from 1.0 static web pages, that AOL day and age. You just go in, it's just a static page. 2.0
GUI,
the social media, right? Facebook, you know, more interaction with people, right? On these web mediums, and now 3.0 where it's really decentralized and everything. The data's all distributed. So now with the blockchain, when you have a piece of data and you allot it to a blockchain, you can control how that data is being shared. For example, you could say, I see somebody. The chain is transparent, right? It's like a digital ledger, right? So everyone has a digital ID, and you can see what digital ID is accessing and doing what on the chain. And you can now grant and deny access to certain digital IDs on the chain.
Like an admin would do that. Right?
Like an admin. Also, you know, there's the cases where we talk about like the application with the non-fungible tokens, the NFTs. Remember the 8 Yacht Club, right? When you distribute this piece of media, like an image or something like that, as many times as it's shared or many times it's sold, the original owner is going to get a percentage because it's all in that blockchain. So, for example, I create this image, I sell it to you, you sell it to CI God, right? When he pays you, I get a percentage of that.
Automatically.
It comes through the blockchain. You see what I'm saying? So now I have more data ownership, and it ain't Facebook and Google getting the cut out of it. That's coming back to me. But again, that's one solution, you know.
A blockchain, the science of blockchain.
The science of blockchains, right. That data science.
Okay. So, it's funny that I've been hearing.
And there's a lot of projects out there, so it's about understanding the right project, because there's all types of blockchain projects out there, which is the right one. That's the thing. So for example, who started this project and what was the purpose for it? Again, it all comes back to why, right? All the lessons always say, tell us why.
Well,
tell us why.
The NSA, they say, what you got, I don't want to sound like
Satoshi.
Yeah, 6ix9ine.
Satoshi, yeah, I know you're talking about, right. Who wrote the white paper for Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Satoshi Nakamoto or something. Yeah, Satoshi.
I think because I'm leery of blockchain, but it doesn't matter. We have to figure out all that out. I mean, to me, it just
Blockchain will
automatic.
it'll give you control and ownership.
Really?
Talk about the maker, the owner, yes.
Because to be like blockchain sound like some type of jailhouse rap type of shit. It sound like it's going. You know what I mean? Like it sound like slavery
On
to
the
me.
cell block, yeah.
Like blockchain, cryptocurrency. Where I gotta be dead to be on the blockchain, and then it kind of goes into that lawfare shit you be speaking. I'm like. Nah, man, it smells the same way, bro. It's something. It's got an extra little way.
The lawfare or warfare, like.
Well, I call it. I say lawfare. But you go through the signs like stuff that they was trying to tell us back in the day, like the Moors and all that. But you know,
I see what you're saying, guy.
Okay.
But very simply, the blockchain is just about each block is just a ledger. It's an account ledger. Where did this come from? Like who started this transaction? And then where did it go from there? And it just gets chained together. As I produce something and I share it with him, I have the original block. When you talk about Bitcoin, the original block starts with Satoshi. He has blockchain 1. That has a lot of value, right? So as each new person comes online in the network, it creates a new block to the chain. That's all it is. It's like a train caboose. Think about it that way instead. Okay. It's like train cabooses all being linked, right? And each new train caboose is adding more value to the whole train. Right, as they come on, and then like I said, it's transparent because you can see all the cabooses and you know who's putting what on the chain. So I mean, that's kind of how it works. So long as you create it and you own it, you set up that rail that the train is traveling on. I mean, that's you know you can control it. Because like again, you can block people from getting on the chain. You can go in and say, I don't permit him access to this, right? Deny him and take away their rights, and now they can't use it. You know,
I really got to get into it because I know that. Somewhere down the line, you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
So blockchain is like a train caboose, basically.
Mm-hmm. Each block is a ledger and an accountant of who's coming on the network and you know what type of transactions going on. They buying and selling. They add it on or they taking away. You know. So yeah, guys, like I said, that's Web 3.0, man. Decentralization, you know, owning it. I mean, even for websites is right now is being distributed over the blockchain. So unless you have access and permitted to get on that blockchain, you can't even get to certain websites. That's what stuff's going on the dark web. You know, like illicit underground, you know what I'm saying, traffic and all that type of stuff. They use the blockchain and they can permit and deny people to get access to it.
I've heard that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's websites. Like I said, you can't get to that website unless you have the right blockchain code to get access to the website.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.